like night and day. It was the energy line, the longest, hottest, and thoroughly most boring stretch of the summer. Simon had gone to the beach, watched the fireworks on the 4th of July, and had spent a week at space camp. Now he's got nothing to do. I'm so bored, Simon moaned as he hopped dramatically onto the couch. Why don't you go and meet the new neighbors? His mom suggested. A family have moved in while you're away at camp. They have a daughter your age. Simon sighed, but put on his sneakers anyway. Meeting the new people had always made him a little anxious, and his mom knew that. All summer he had been pushing him to make new friends. He knew she wouldn't take no for an answer. As soon as Simon knocked, the door swung open with a bang. "Hi!" exclaimed a high, bright-eyed girl in the doorway. "My name's Ray. You must be Simon. Your mom told me all about you. We both started 6th grade this fall. It's great to finally meet you." Ray spoke sparkly earrings that jingled as he spoke. She was also covered from head to toe in vibrant paint and glitter, as though in a classroom had exploded all around her. "Sorry, I would give you a hug, but you see, I've been crafting. Do you want to see my new room? It's taken me all week to decorate, but I think I'm almost there. I'm going to make a short installation theme, planets and glow-in-the-dark stars and asteroids and spaceships, you know." Simon grinned. Ordinary, he would have found Red and a smile a minute rather overwhelming, but if there was one thing he loved to talk about, it was outer space. "Do you have a favorite constellation?" he asked as he followed Ray inside. "Mine is Orion." From that moment on, summer flew by. Simon and Ray became inseparable, spending hours together at the library, the pool, and each other's houses. They could not have been less like this. Ray was bubbly and outgoing, while Simon was quiet and shy. What drew them together was the sheer fascination about space. The week before school started, they decided to staranize. As Simon's backyard, his mom helped them set up the telescope and chuckled at his two friends bicker out there to point. Raya wanted to spot the mirror shower, while Simon wanted to find Mercury, one of the trickiest planets to detect. "You two really are some different as night and day," Simon's mom said. "What does that mean?" Raya asked, hands on her hips. Simon's mom pointed at the sky, which was shifting from light to dark. "It's an expression," she said. "Daytime and nighttime are opposites, just like the you two. It is just like you, Ray, to want to see the flashiest thing in the sky," Simon began. "Well, you, of course, are more interested in the mysterious planet Mercury," Ray concluded, and they both laughed. The following week, Simon and Ray started 6th grade. For Simon, middle school was overwhelming. The hallways were crowded, noisy, and full of strange faces. Ray, on the other hand, was excited to start a new school. Everyone seemed eager to get to know her. Within the first week, she persuaded the principal to let her form a space club, and she convinced Simon to become the first member. As the weeks went by, Ray grew more and more popular, and the space club meetings had moved to a larger classroom. The lunch table was so crowded that Simon sometimes stayed in the library, where it was quieter. Simon understood why so many kids liked Ray. She was outgoing, hilarious, and confident. She attracted friends like moths to a flame. But as far as Simon was concerned, middle school was harder enough without always being in the light time. The last straw, when Rhea decided to nominate Simon for president of the Space Club, she made the announcement in front of everyone without asking Simon first. "We'll nominate a few candidates, and they will make a speech, and then we'll vote." Rhea explained excitedly. "I never met Simon. I think he'll be an amazing president." Simon felt his hand and immediately began to sweat. "I have to make a speech?" he whispered to Ray. The thought of speaking in front of everyone made his heart pound. "That's right." Simon could feel every eyeball in the room looking at him. His face grew hot. "No," he muttered. "I don't want to do that." "Why not? It's just a short speech." "I don't care," Simon responded, painfully aware of the audience. "I don't want to make a speech. Just because you like being the center of attention doesn't mean everybody else does." Ray stared at him in confusion. "I thought you wanted to be president." "Well, I don't," Simon blurted out. "Fine," Ray exclaimed. "I nominate someone who isn't afraid of a little speech." "Fine," Simon stormed the classroom. He heard gasps before the door slammed and behind him. The rest of the week went by in a miserable blur. Simon skipped the next space club meeting, but he heard that Ray was elected president. Whenever she passed him in the hallway, she glanced at him sadly, then looked the other way. He avoided her at lunch too, eating alone in the library instead. Unfortunately, he still had to go to the cafeteria to buy food. On Friday, he spotted Raya in their usual table, chatting merrily with other friends at her without nothing was wrong. Crushed, Simon wondered as if their friendship hadn't been as important to her as it was to him. She had so many friends after all. Simon missed Ray, but maybe they were really like night and day. Maybe they were just too different to be friends. Distracted by his thought, Simon tripped over a stray backpack. His tray went flying as he sprawled across the cafeteria floor. A hot wave of humiliation rushed through his body as everyone in the cafeteria erupted in laughter. Everybody, that is, except for Ray. For a brief moment, their eyes met, then Simon looked away, blinking back tears. As Simon got to his feet, he heard another crash. Rhea had gone up to throw her trash and tripped spectacularly as well, arms and legs failing as she stumbled. The laughter grew even louder, but it didn't seem to be embarrassed. She bounced right back up and took a dramatic sweeping bow. Everybody whistled and clapped as if she had finished an incredible performance. Then their Simon died down and they returned to their lunches. Ryan came over to help Simon gather his lunch up, and they headed towards the library together. "I'm sorry about our fight, Simon," Ryan said. "I really thought you wanted to be president. I thought I was being a good friend." "I'm sorry too," Simon said. "You are a good friend," he smiled. "Thanks for taking the attention off me back there." "Anytime," Rhea replied, waggling her eyebrow. "I don't always understand you, but always got your back." She threw her arms around his shoulders. "Can we be friends again? I miss you." "Sure," Simon said, grinning. "I miss you too." At the settled down at a table in the library, Simon said, "By the way, congratulations for being elected. You'll be a great president." "Thanks," Rhea replied. "You know, I could really use a great vice president."